Counter-Narrative News, presenting to you an interesting part of a conversation between original grime rapper Dizzee Rascal and the much more younger trap rapper Kwengface. In this particular exchange, Dizzee Rascal presses upon Kwengface to share who his core fan base is, and then Kwengface seems to somewhat embarrassingly share with him that it's basically quite well-off middle-class white males. This is interesting because people who go into the music industry go into it obviously to share their creativity and their art, but also to make money. And the making money part is obviously the most challenging and the problematic part. And so artists seek to sell their wares according to which they think is what the public want to consume, what type of political, cultural, social messaging that the public want to consume, and that is defined by the political, cultural atmosphere in which we live. So that which took place in the 60s and 70s would be relatively quite radical, very much around issues of women's liberation, black liberation, working class struggle, anti-colonialism, etc. And such was the general atmosphere in the world then. And then in more recent times, I mean really since the advent of so-called gangster hip-hop from the 90s, which itself is a reflection of how the balance of forces in the world has changed and how that informs a different political atmosphere, and then how capitalist forces and interests take advantage of that. So very much so, the capitalist music industry will seek to promote that what is generally the political kind of hegemonic cultural space in which we're living through, which is toxic and right-wing and racist and crass materialism and narcissism, all born out of the most blatant faces of capitalism. So this conversation really reflects that, and really the takeaway from this particular exchange is to resist this. It's to just resist that capitalist pressure and oppression which seeks to mold us in a racist manner. That's the influence it has on that. The real challenge is a cultural and arguably even a spiritual and political and social resistance to that, to stay true to the oppressed and their best interests for unity and struggle.
You'll be so surprised.
Tell us what that crowd looks like. Because they're trying to ban you, stopping you wearing the ballet, stopping things. So what does your crowd look like?
What, my crowd? Or
your crowd, your fan base, all that. What does that look like? Who is listening to Kwengface?
Alright, so it's a lot of I'd say probably 17 to 24-year-olds. Obviously at the time it was probably younger, people much younger. The people that are 8.
You got people from your estate?
It's all over the country. You got little posh youths and that
Little posh youths? What do you mean? Like aristocratic, prep school kind of youths? Or?
Yeah, all over the country.
So what, singing your songs?
Yeah, they love it. And that's what makes it crazy to me as well. I'm one that has never experienced this life. So it's crazy. So people that are actually from the hood, yeah, they don't really condone in that, because it's they know people firsthand that's died, riding life in prison, X, Y, and Z. So when they listen to that music, it's kind of yo, they know that that's real.
Too close.
Yeah, do you get it? So they don't really take it in as much. It's people from outside further
that love it.
And I think obviously it might be polluting other areas, whatnot, blah, blah. They're saying that it's raising the crime.
Why do they love it?
Because it's a breath of fresh air. They don't ever experience that. If they want to experience
they don't experience murder and mayhem.
But it's not murder and mayhem. It's this actually goes on though.
No.
I
know. What we're describing is
But it's more than murder and mayhem.
What else is it?
A lot of troubled people, they're living in a deprived area, and it's things go on.
Yeah. You know what, we can elaborate, because it's interesting, because what you're showing me is one thing, but you've already explained, yeah, that people where we're from are not the ones condoning it, but everyone for where we're from gets painted with the same brush. Any normal youths are gonna get stopped on the road for knives or whatever else in it. But you're saying that overall, people in these communities don't condone the stuff that they're putting injunctions on you to not rap about. But you're saying people from outside are the ones lapping it up. So I'm trying to understand, what is it that they love about it so much?
They don't experience it. It's the only way they're gonna experience it is if they go on YouTube and watch man.
So is that who come to your shows?
Yeah, it's mad.
So kids from outside the hood who've got nothing to do with anything are the ones who come to your shows.
It is mad, I swear that.
So that mean that there's probably no violence at your shows then, innit? Can you do shows?
But I could do shows, but cool.
But would you say the majority of people coming to your shows are those youths from outside?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.